And welcome in to be our guest, getting help from Uncle Sam. Yep. 50 million different things that we could call this. And we are so blessed today to have with us Colonel Doug Demaio. We all know him as Cinco de Mayo. And this is the gentleman who was in charge of putting on the air show that we recently had at Maxwell Air Force Base.
And he did such a great job, they named a day after him.
Cinco de Mayo. It was a major impact in so many ways, and it's worthwhile to have you back on and let you go over everything as a debrief on that marvelous air show. So take it away.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's great to be here again. I really look forward to talking with you and being on the show. Wow, the air show. Where do I start?
So at the front gate.
That's right.
There
at the
we
front
go.
gate.
Yeah.
Well, if you want me to start there,
well, that's where we got all the people coming.
Absolutely. Through. So the security this time was just amazing, and our folks, our security police and volunteers did an incredible job getting folks in and off of base. We had it planned all the way through the town with the buses getting on. We had 50 buses to take them on and off base, and it worked very well. Some hiccups, because Maxwell is a smaller base. We only have 3 gates that we could use that day, actually 2, and most bases have more than that. But we did quite well, so it was great.
And how many people went through those gates?
When we counted up 3 days, we had 160,000 people. So Saturday had 85,000. I remember standing up on the Air Boss stand and looking down the ramp, and we had 65 aircraft. That's how many we had. And my jaw hit the ground. How many people looking down there all the way down to the end that just kept coming and coming and coming, and it was an amazing day. So big picture, some of the results that we had the whole week was really about the air show. So we had an air power symposium. We had 23 previous secretaries of the Air Force and chiefs of staff of the Air Force. We had the PACAF commander. We had the USAFE commander here. We had not USAFE. We had the Air Combat commander here, and talking about the future of air power for a few days. And so we had the morning the morning session, and then they went to see the statue dedication of the Daedalus.
Right.
And all those secretaries and chiefs standing there, and Mr. Frazier with that dedication speech was just hanging on every word. It was an amazing day. The weather was absolutely perfect. And we came back from the afternoon, and you could tell they felt like a sense of history about what they had just seen, and the discussion was about the future of the Air Force, and was it was almost emotional in the way they were talking about it into the future. So that was that first day.
I agree, and sitting there for the dedication of that statue when I was looking around, it was almost a holy feeling.
Yes. It was amazing.
Sincerely, it was.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about 160,000 people?
Yes.
What an impact that had.
Absolutely. And it started with, on that Friday, we had 1,500 school children that come in from the local community, and we had recruiting folks there talking about the Air Force, and we had the Circle of Aircraft, and we had industry talking about what they did, probably upwards of 15 or so little booths for them to look at, and they were smiling, and they were out of their electronic devices, and they were looking up.
Thank God.
Yeah, it was incredible. And then we go into Saturday, and we had those people coming in, and an impact on the community. I was told that the community earned about $10 million from the whole thing. So on a national level, we had the Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force, who was there for the whole day on Saturday, and the Chief of Staff of the French Air Force, and we had 13 other international air chiefs there as well.
That's great.
And that was just on that Friday and Saturday.
And they were delightful. General Goldfein is delightful, and his wife Dawn, and I was fascinated with the French commander and his wife, delightful and charming. It gave us all exposure to more than just America.
Absolutely.
And the impact, I think, as you had mentioned before, internationally, this was impactful internationally. Has there ever been a bigger air show with more aircraft?
I don't know, especially in Alabama. I think this is the biggest one we've ever had from the research I've done. So like you said, on an international level, we really made some close ties with the French people and the French Air Force. I mean, it was palpable. You could feel that connection with them. And then on a national level, talking about bringing focus in on the region, we had the F-35 here on a static display and flyover, especially that Sunday flyover was really amazing. And the 187th Fighter Wing did an outstanding job with their close air support demo, so you could see that the community was really involved. The Chief of Staff of the Air Force was watching all of this, and so I'll stop there. What I think might happen here, but
well,
you never know.
We're seeing wonderful growth for the Air Force right now, and I think for a lot of our citizens in this area, it's been what, 7-8 years since the last air show.
7.
It came back, and it was, you couldn't ask for a better air show. I mean, everybody that I talked to was just blown away.
You know, you bring that up, and so that Saturday morning we had the air crew in the room, and I'll never forget it, and I was able to speak with them. And you had the French and the Thunderbirds and all of the different acts right there. And I'm feeling that bringing that emotion back, and I stood up in front of them and said, you said you don't understand what you've done to this base. The energy level here is through the roof. I've never seen anything like it. And that feeling of the kids looking up again, and America, like America looking up again into the heavens, and maybe thinking about space and going to the moon and to Mars again. All those thoughts came back, and I said, you just have changed the narrative here. You've made something, you've made a real difference, and you could feel the energy in the room like I haven't before. And then they went out and executed this incredible air show. It was really amazing.
Well, a big pat on the back to you. I know that you took a little rest the day after, so
I did.
And thank God for a wonderful show. And just remember this: if you missed it, shame on you, because it's your United States Air Force. It's a part of your life. They're protecting you day and night. And we'll be right back right after this.